Ms. Mize, we've got a unique opportunity. We were talking at lunch, is that you had the opportunity to work with so many businesses after Charlie, so I'm interested in what you've got to say. It was interesting today at lunch. But I wanted to mention Ms. Mize is from Punta Gorda. She's Senior Vice President and Senior Credit Officer for Charlotte State Bank, was right in the middle of Charlie right after that. She graduated from Florida Southern College and LSU, graduate in banking. She's been an active participant in the community, in many community organizations, such as Special Olympics in Charlotte County, the Technical Center, and has served as past president of the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to your testimony.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Dear members of the committee, I'm deeply honored to be here to speak on the topic of disaster savings account. This is an especially appropriate discussion in light of the riveting images of Hurricane Ike slamming into our Texas over last weekend. With that destruction of Hurricane Ike, I am reminded of our own 2004 Hurricane Charlie coming through our community with a Category 4. It cut a 10-mile swath of destruction through our community. There were over 16,000 homes in its path, and blue tarps were everywhere, and 13,000 residential roofs needed replacing. The backdrop of my remarks will be based on the experience in the aftermath of that catastrophic event personally. My remarks will also have the imprint of my active role in three facets of our business community. Number one, commercial real estate lender. I've been with a local hometown community bank for 19 years. Number two, Chamber of Commerce involvement as the president of our Charlotte County Chamber of Commerce in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane. And by the way, I applaud Mr. Buchanan for his efforts with Chambers of Commerce and the role they play, important role they play in our business community. And thirdly, the CCIM designation. I'm a commercial real estate practitioner that has that designation. So you will see the imprint, commercial real estate lender, chamber, and CCIM designation in my remarks and feedback. Disaster savings accounts are innovative and a good idea, and I offer the following enhancements for the committee's consideration. And it's just 2 points. It's number one, size limitations. Size limitation at $15,000 simply seems too low. It may not be a relevant safety net for the challenges faced by many individuals and businesses. Another important point is, what about limits and how to ascertain the balance limits? Consider taking into consideration insurance deductibles, percentage of gross sales, or income. These avenues might provide a better benchmark and provide a more relevant safety net. How about benchmarking annual increases to the limit and the annual deposits? Right now it's a static limit. Consider benchmarking annual increases to both the dollar limit and the annual contributions based on the CPI. This will help ensure that the program keeps pace with inflation. The second point is broadening the program. In addition to small businesses, include individuals and small real estate investors in commercial real estate. The success of a small business works hand in glove with the owners as individuals and the landlords of their business. To illustrate these points, I offer just one of many examples of the complexities in a post-hurricane recovery environment. And to support those recommendations, let me tell you the story of Jeff Fair. Jeff Fair is a respected local appraiser, owns his own building where his business is located. He's also the owner of a small commercial strip center, and he leases that space to small businesses. The hurricane impacted every facet of his life. His home was uninhabitable, his building where his business was located was uninhabitable, and the commercial strip center was also destroyed. I'll never forget the first business day after the hurricane. Jeff stopped in at the bank to see how we were doing. And after some nice pleasantries, we asked how he was doing, and then we learned the sad truth regarding the scope of his devastating losses. Despite this, Jeff remained focused and outlined his plan to immediately rebuild. And that's exactly what he did, and he did it because he had access to capital. He had set aside reserves. When I asked Jeff what he thought about the DSAs, his immediate response was, I will be an early adopter and I will encourage others to do likewise. Jeff's story illustrates the importance of including individuals and commercial real estate investors in the program. Please, number one, don't forget, human capital is the most important asset of a business. Employees need to have their basic needs met before they can be productive. They also need to recognize the importance of saving for a disaster or that rainy day, as Mr. Buchanan mentioned. Don't forget our small commercial real estate investors. Many small businesses are located in leased space. Access to capital for these investors through DSAs would speed the recovery of their buildings and de facto will help small businesses recover. Conclusion. In conclusion, thank you for the honor of letting me share my thoughts. I applaud this committee for their innovative concept. I support disaster savings accounts. A frequently heard quip in Florida to remind citizens to make the right decision in preparing for a storm is, be smart, be safe, and to that I add, save. Having funds set aside for a disaster is critical to individuals and businesses, and disaster savings account is a great way to accomplish that goal. Thank you very much.